Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm back with another pick a card. I have 5 piles today and we're here to do a really naughty topic. Okay, so if you are young and you shouldn't really be watching this, guys, click off. Okay, we're here to find out how are you viewed in the bedroom. Okay, so 5 piles. Pile 1, we have Alchemy, may you find your gold. We have pile 2, pile 2, intention, may you be called again. We have pile 3, artistry, may you find harmony and order. Pile 4, we have together, may you be connected. And we have pile 5, grounded, may the earth sustain you. Okay, so we have 5 piles, so let's get started. So let's start with 1, which is at 55 seconds. Pile 1, you guys chose alchemy, may you find your gold. Okay, it's giving Capricorn energy. We also have, I heard composure. Okay, why am I hearing I ain't gonna breathe slow, count from 1 to 10 with my eyes closed. Just, I feel like you guys make everyone, what is my son doing? Hey, don't do that. Sorry, my son, like, I like to do my readings where I can see the garden because my son loves to play there. And I see him trying to climb things that he should not climb. My son is dangerous, guys. Sorry, this is off topic, but he's so dangerous because, like yesterday, this is gonna sound really ridiculous, but he climbed into our neighbor's garden. I don't know how. And he went into their house and started eating their food. How was he able to do that? I don't know. And this happened because my partner was meant to be keeping an eye on him, but with me I was having a shower, and my son, my eldest son only, he is on the spectrum, but he's like on the spectrum, like he's severe. So it's like he lacks a lot of social awareness. Like he doesn't register that as something that is bad. Like he thinks, well, I felt like doing it is fun, why not? There's a lot of home training I'm gonna have to teach him to. So anyways, enough about me. You guys chose alchemy, may you find your gold. I was hearing breathe slow, so this tells me that you guys are being seen as someone who takes it slow. Like you're not quick to finish if you're a man, and if you're a woman, it's like you like things to be done slow and sensual, and you like to savor it. We also have the Kaima and the Poppy, which is dreams. We have abundance. We have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, soulmate energy, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, it's weird because like the Lovers card is more like a togetherness card. Like this is the soulmate, this is the one card, this is the love of my life, where let's make love together. But then we also have the 9 of Pentacles. So maybe after you guys have, you know what, you guys just go about your day. It almost feels like a one night stand, even if that's not what you intend it to be. But it's like after you've done the magic, it's like you go back to running errands, okay? Because you guys are very busy. I'm getting like, if you guys are in a relationship, right? For example, it's like, it's very hard to have that intimacy with your partner because you're so busy. You and your partner may live very busy lives and schedules. So it's really hard to actually plan and invest time together to even be in that mood for that. So it kind of like, it's like, okay, we gotta do what we can and then go about our day sort of thing. But we do have abundance here, so it does feel good. It almost feels like it's very much valued, like abundance itself. It's like you're viewed as hard to attain. So it's like, if someone is blessed and honored enough to get time with you, pile 1, they really want to savor the moment. And that's probably why it's slow. It's like breathe slow. It's like someone wants to savor the moment, and they're very sensual. You're seen as very sensual because they feel like they're not going to get much time with you. So it's like they want to make use of that. Okay, and your energy alone is abundant because we have abundance. It's so weird. This is going to sound crazy, so don't judge me, guys. But I feel like you're being viewed in a way where if someone has intimacy with you, physical intimacy with you, like their life improves. And I know that sounds like a stretch, but for some reason I'm getting that vibe. It's like someone feels repellish, like someone feels refreshed after doing it with you. They feel abundant. Because you know, that act alone, that intimacy act alone, sorry, I have to be careful about the word because, you know, YouTube will not monetize me or take this down. the intimacy act alone is an energy exchange. So when you do it with people, like they feel abundant after, they feel lucky, they feel blessed, they feel honored. It's also good luck charm. Like they end up getting better finances, their life seems more in order, things just work out for them better. And it's almost like having you know what with you. It's like a dream. It's like very pleasurable. It's very beautiful. It's very much valued. I'm getting you're the type of people that people don't just have a wham bam thank you ma'am and they forget about you. You're someone who's always like, once someone has you, they want you all the time. It's like they don't want to ever not experience you. And even if they experience other people after you, it's never the same. It's like it can never be like part one, you know. Like intimacy, physical intimacy feels mediocre after you, you know. Like once you've experienced my power ones, it's like why would I go back to then just living a basic time with someone else? That's what the energy is giving. With the alchemy, when you find your gold, it almost calms people. Like part one, like if someone's going through a lot of stress in their life and they're going through complex issues, right? As soon as they have that with you, they feel like they can find a problem solved easily. They can find a way to solve the issue. They can find a way to overcome whatever's happened, whatever's transpired. They feel good, you know? And you are a stress reliever, but it's because your energy alone, power one, is so abundant. Especially when I'm getting here abundance and the Lover's card, it's like soulmate energy. Like you have people thinking that you're their soulmate. You have people falling in love with you. Like even if you wanted to have something casual with someone, like you didn't want to get attached to anyone, it feels so, like, what's the word? It feels so like it's an honor. Like they end up falling in love, basically. I don't want to go as far to say love, but they end up feeling things that they didn't expect to feel. And I'm getting, if you're someone's usual not type, you become their type. So they now want to experience someone who looks like you, acts like you, talks like you, because they feel like you are one of a kind. And if they can't have you, they'll find someone who can at least try to emulate you, but it will never be you. Like they can find people to duplicate you, but they'll never like actually replace you, you know? So it makes people feel that kind of way towards you both, but it's like a dream. It almost feels dreamy, Neptunian energy. It feels like what just happened? Like we just made magic, okay? But that's what I'm getting for pile number one. I'm going to move on to pile number two. So for pile number two, 7 minutes and 40 seconds, you guys chose intention. May you be called to begin. And notice how on these, I don't know if you can see, they kind of look like amethyst stones, but they may not be, but they look that way. So it's almost like there's a part of people who actually sense that you are very spiritual and you can pick up on people's energies. It's almost like if this person is traumatized or depressed or going through something, it's like after they have you know what with you, they feel so understood by you. They feel like you can read them. They feel, I'm getting for some of you, physical intimacy with you can be very emotional. It can be very emotional, okay? Yeah. It's almost like, yeah, X magic, you know, I can't say the full word. It's like intimacy and magic, you know, it's like if they set an intention, pile two, not for everyone in pile two, I'm not gonna lie. Some people think you're a witch, okay? Or you're a succubus, or you're the male version of that. I don't know the title. Yeah, but people feel like you are someone who you can change and transform anyone's ideology, belief. You can make anyone do whatever they want. Like you're a siren, okay? Because they feel like there's power and magic in the intimacy you have, okay? We have the salamander and the black pepper, inspiration. We also have job and finances. We have the 9 of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have water sign energy with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm getting, okay, you make people feel vulnerable. You make people want to pour out to you and they don't know why. It's like you have this way of making people want to open up their guard. In terms of the actual intimacy itself, I'm getting it feels more emotion based as opposed to just pleasure. It feels like there's something to gain emotionally from this experience. I feel like you also do make people feel very insecure because they may feel like you're not enjoying it, especially if you're someone who doesn't really speak. You don't dirty talk or you don't moan. Like if you don't have the urge to do it, you're not going to pretend to do it. Not even to make someone's ego feel good. Like if it's not great, it's not great for you. And it makes people feel insecure. It makes people feel like they have a pressure to perform, especially since we have job and finances, okay? Because that's like putting the effort, putting the work, putting like actual hard-earned work. And you leave people feeling insecure because they feel like you're not satisfied, okay? But you make them feel emotionally satisfied. You make them feel like they are being understood and read. I don't know how to describe it. It sounds very mystical, but you make them feel like vulnerable, okay? And we do have inspiration, so you make people want to work hard for you. Part 2, you could be very attractive and a really good look. Why did I say could? You guys are attractive. How about that? You guys are so attractive and so beautiful, handsome, gorgeous, and you make people nervous. You make people feel like they have to perform well, and if they don't, you're not gonna pretend like you enjoyed it. Like you have people feeling insecure, okay? Yeah, but intention here is telling me like you guys could unintentionally use sex magic in order to bring people to feel a bit more what's the word, like lower their guard down a bit, because I'm getting people feel the need to open up with you, like pillow talk, but there's just this fear of like not being able to impress you, okay? But people see you as someone who you invoke a lot of loving feelings after, like once they've emptied their little thing or they've reached a climax or whatever. You make people feel fulfilled, okay? They always feel fulfilled. You are someone who can fulfill other people's needs. You fill their cups, okay? But it's like they feel like insecure because they want to perform well for you. They want to pleasure you, and they feel like they don't. And if they don't, they feel really embarrassed. Yeah, they treat this like a job. Like they feel like they really put in the effort and they want to satisfy you, but you satisfy them. You're really good at satisfying the people you get down with, okay? But that's all what's coming through, if I'm going to be honest with you. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, so 1222, pile 3. You guys chose Artistry. May you find harmony and order. And then we have Starting Over, the Snake and the Fern. And then we have Gratitude. Oh, it's giving manifestation. And we have Aquarius energy with the Star card, which is air sign energy. And then we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. How are you viewed in the bedroom? You guys are viewed as mystical, similar to pile 2, but with a twist, okay? You make people feel like they can, like, ooh, I was about to say you make people feel like they have a fresh new beginning in life again, like they feel really refreshed after they deal with you. But then I also heard, I'm a heartbreaker, I'm a heartbreaker. You are giving, I come across as a good girl / good guy, but I'm really not. Like that's the energy you give. It's like people feel like what you experience with them is so great that they feel like there's no way they're just a good boy or good girl. Like they could have a past of something naughty, because how did they learn how to do that? You guys are very skillful, okay? But it's very emotion based. I think so far, all the piles from 1 to 3 so far have been emotion based. So people don't look at you as just a good time. They look at you as someone who is like, they want to make love to you. There's a lot of love, a lot of compassion. Even if you're like not in a relationship and you want to enjoy yourself with people, because we're all adults here. It's still taken like something loving. It's like, it's something that people refuse to look at as just a good time, and that's all. It's something that makes people want to commit. So like you're the type of person where if you're not in a commitment with someone and you wanted to, all you have to do is give them a good time. You will lure that person in unintentionally, because we have the Star card. Like you guys are very healing. You guys are very healing, very loving. There's something about you that just makes people feel like they can get their life together. I don't know what's that got to do with the bedroom, but for some reason after they experience you, it makes them want to get their life together. Oh, I'm also getting, even though the Empress is not here, you guys have very fertile energy if you're a woman, or even a man, because men and women can be fertile, right? But you have this energy about creation, and they feel like how you are in the bedroom, like it makes them want to feel like, you know what, I'm ready to have a baby. I would not be surprised if someone has said that during physical intimacy, like I'm ready to have a baby. You know, you make people actually like want to get their life in order. It's because they want you long term. So it's like you make people want to commit. You're really skilled, but it's not even just about how good the physical intimacy is. It's more like the emotion behind it and how you make them feel. You make them feel like they're healing. You make them feel like they're loved and understood. It feels so great. Okay. We have gratitude. So you make people feel grateful that they experienced you. I'm getting you're not easy, to please. I'm getting like it takes a lot to please you, and it takes a lot to attain you in that way. You guys could have really high standards for who you allow into your space physically and intimacy wise, and they feel grateful that they were even allowed the opportunity, because you may have a reputation for being someone who doesn't really get down like that. Not to say that, you know, you're someone who doesn't experience intimacy, but you're someone who is harder to attain. Like you don't just have casual, you know what, even if you do, you may not come off that way. You may come off like, oh, I only allow myself to have certain people of a certain way of how they conduct themselves. Like you come across as very classy, so the people genuinely feel grateful when they experience you. But you're really good at what you do, but it's not focusing on how skilled you are, because I'm getting you're someone who knows how to please others, but people also like to be pleased by you. They like to please you, because we have the King of Cups, which is like water sign energy. Makes you think of a Cancer person, and they like to please others. They like to be at service of others, and it's like you give that energy where you know how to please people. You know the right spots. You know exactly what to do. You don't stop until they're satisfied, and vice versa. It makes people want to give to you in the exact same way that you're giving to them, and it makes them feel like really great because it's a mutual exchange. But something about artistry, like you make them feel like you are their muse. It's like they want to get their life in order. Suddenly things make sense again, and you find harmony in order. It's like they feel happy. It feels like everything's rebalanced and the world makes sense again, because everything is more harmonious now, and everything is just, life is worth living again. Like someone can literally be battling through the most darkest time in their life. As soon as they have a beautiful night with you, it's like suddenly they're like, life makes sense again. Life is worth living. Like you have really great healing energy. And people do say, I hear this a lot, that someone with a lot of sexual energy also has a lot of healing energy. Okay. But yeah, you make people feel like they can start all over again, or they can have a fresh new beginning. You inspire people. Okay. But people really, ooh, you guys, I'm just being called to look at the snake. You guys are really flexible. You guys are really flexible. Okay, you guys be putting people in positions, or you can get into positions that no one has ever thought you could. People didn't know you were flexible like that. If you're a woman, and if you're a man, like you be putting people in positions. Okay, but ultimately, like you're really like fair. Like you don't only want to be pleased. Like you're happy to please others. Okay. Someone enjoys giving you guys head, and you're also good at giving people head. Okay, that's just the energy coming through. Okay, I'm gonna move on to power 4. 1815 power 4. We have together, may you be connected. We have the chipmunk and the laurel, which is success. And then we have twin flame. Again, I'm wary of that title, but someone who you have a great connection with. And then we have the 2 of Cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Both passionate and both emotional. I'm hearing equilibrium, so it's really equal give and take, similar to power 3 in that way, but it seems harmonious. I'm getting you guys the type of people that you don't have, you know what, unless you're in love with someone, or unless you're in a stable committed relationship, or you're married. You guys could have even been the type to save yourself till marriage. Okay, not all of you, but some of you. You guys are very selective about who you allow access to you, similar to power 3. And it's coming across as in you only want that ultimate person. Some of you could even be virgins right now. And it's like, you only want that love. You only make love. You don't do any like wham bam, thank you ma'am. You don't do anything fast paced or something that is, you know, you only want to save yourself for the one. That's why we have twin flame. People feel like they have a connection with you when you guys are being intimate. Like someone feels like it's a genuine like deep bond. I would not be surprised if this group, if you've ever cried doing that. It's like a real like, I'm making love to you. It's like the movies, right? We have the chipmunk and the laurel with the success. So people feel like really blessed that if you are able to give them yourself like that in such a vulnerable way, They feel blessed because they understand that it wasn't easy for you. They understand like you're not someone who gives themselves to just anybody. So they can understand how blessed they would be and honored they would be to even gain access to you like that. It makes them feel like you guys solidify. It's almost like what's the word? Consummating a marriage or consummating a relationship. Like it almost makes them feel like everything's consummated, like it's complete. Like when they're with you, they feel like nothing else matters. Especially with the Six of Wands energy, this is success. It makes them feel like this is success to them. They feel like no one in the world could have. I'm getting like you guys are very like, you don't give yourself to just anyone. Like I'm getting that energy, like you're very particular about who you sleep with. So when someone does experience that, you make people feel like they're the only one. Even the way you pleasure people is so good. You guys are just so sexy, you know, and you make people feel like they are the only one in the world. Like you would never ever like give this sort of energy. Like people feel like there's a loyalty to how you make love. Like people feel like no one has access to this except them. You make people feel like they're really special, okay? If that's not the case, then you guys are really good liars. But you make people feel really like they're the only people that have access to you like this, you know? Because even with the Six of Wands, it's like choosing out of the batch, and this is someone selecting the highest catch, like seeing someone as the prize. And it's a success to even be with you in that way, you know? So like if someone's with you in that way, it's like they've made it, okay? Yeah, like they've definitely made it. There's definitely an emotional connection. It's something very of depth. I'm getting like not everyone experiences you in that way, but you're very, it's not even, I'm not getting that like they see you as like super skilled, or like it's like you're willing to try and accommodate the love of your life. You're willing to try anything, and not even in a freaky way, but in a way where if this is what pleases you, if this is what allows us to be closer together, and if it's passionate, then so be it. You guys may have a lot of spontaneous you know what, like out of the blue, like it's not planned, it's just something that's an emotional connection, and then it just forms, and then it just happens, and you guys are in passion in the moment. Because I'm getting that water and fire energy, so it's like someone's very passionate and then someone's more emotional, and then when they collide together, it's beautiful, okay? A crescendo, if you will. And I'm getting like this energy of someone just feeling like, just make love to me now. Like it's so unplanned, but it's so like movie like, you know? But yeah, it's something of substance. It's very genuine. It's very loving. And I'm getting, especially when it comes from you, I just heard high caliber. You guys could come from a higher caliber, and for someone to even have the privilege to be around you, like they have to be on that wavelength, you know? And so it makes people feel like, wow, like I was blessed enough to experience this with Power 4. You make people want to brag about it, but I don't know if they will, because, you know, because they might want to respect your privacy. But you make people want to brag about, like, I can't believe I got to experience Power 4. Like, can you imagine? You know? But it's very sweet. It's very wholesome. It's very genuine. Okay, I'm getting, it's not like, ooh, like, you know, I had Power 4 and all these sort of positions. Like, it's coming off as very passionate, but I'm getting you guys are willing to try anything as long as it's with the right person and it's the love of your life. But it's definitely no threesomes, just like interlinked, loving relationship. You're willing to try anything within that space, just the two of you, okay? As long as you both are mutually at each other's service, okay? You guys could also last very long, and you guys are the type that people would probably like to cuddle with after. Like, it wouldn't be like, all right, I gotta go my way, I gotta go your way, okay? But that's what I'm getting for power number 4. I'm gonna move on to power number 4. Okay, I thought that was my son. Okay, 24 minutes. Power 5, you guys chose grounded. May the earth sustain you. We have the crow and the dogwood, intelligence. We have pride. You guys could be Leos. And this could also be LGBT because of the pride. But we have the 8 of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we have air sign energy with the 6 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Power 5, you guys have switched up the vibe here. People see you guys as a little bit prideful, as in like, you might be the type to, especially if you're a man, okay, you may be the type to brag about, like, yeah, I can put you in all sort of positions, I can do this. and you back it up. Like everything you say you do, okay? But like I'm getting, okay, not everyone in this group, but some people in this group may be a little teensy bit selfish, as in like you worry about you being pleased. Not to say that you don't want to please the person, but you care if you're enjoying it, you know? And if you're not enjoying it, then you're not going to go above and beyond to please them. But with the Eight of Pentacles, this is consistent hard work. You guys have good stamina. Okay, you may even work a job outside where it's like either you're a construction worker or you're doing a lot of deliveries, or it's like a handyman, handywoman. It's something that is like requires a lot of physical labor, and you guys have a good stamina because of that, and it really helps during, you know what. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy, even though we have the Queen of Swords here. You guys could also be very good with your words. Some of you may have, you know what, and you may dirty talk, or you may say the right things to really get people to feel turned on and to lure them in. You guys are also good at the what's it called, the foreplay with the right words, the eyes, you know exactly what you're doing, your little sirens, okay? But the pride is here, so again, it could be same gender, but I'm also getting with the pride here, this is like you guys may be a little bit prideful, like you take pride in what you do, but I'm getting like you want to be pleasured. Like it's like you don't, if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to pleasure people. It's like you're not going to even pretend to. They gotta bring the pleasure, or that's it. Okay, the Queen of Swords is like you're very strict. Like people feel like they need to impress you, but in an intellectual way. So you guys are very charming with your words, very good at knowing how to. And some of you, okay, don't be embarrassed if this is you. It may not be everyone in this group. Some of you may research and Google ways to please others, or ways to enjoy, you know what, and ways to spice things up. Like you may do your research in order to make sure that you and this person have a great time. Okay, a lot of intellectualness goes into it. We do have intelligence. Like even when it comes to things like, oh, if you want to get in that freaky mood, you feel like, okay, I have to drink amount of this alcohol to really embody this thing. Like you may really read into, or oh, this person is this zodiac, so this is what they like, or I heard that this zodiac enjoys this kind of intimacy, so I'm gonna make sure I do this when I meet them. And it's like you guys really logicalize it, okay? But some of you, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a cold vibe. Not for everyone. Again, this is not to say this is who you are, but this is just how you're being viewed in the bedroom. It could be wrong, but some people view you as a bit cold, okay? Queen of Swords is a cold kind of card to get. They kind of view you as someone who, like, you're able to have, you know what, intimacy and detach from the person. Like this is a group that you can have intimacy without a relationship or without commitment, and it doesn't phase you. You don't gain attachment. This could be my avoidant people, okay? Because we have grounded, like you stay grounded, okay? I feel like you don't get lost in the moment. And if you have a friends with benefit situation, you don't allow yourself to catch feelings. You're just like, okay, we mutually agreed that we were just going to have this sort of experience together, so why are you getting your feelings involved? Like you guys are very like, you're not emotionally attached, okay? With this Six of Swords, it's like you after you do what you need to do, you move forward. Yeah, some people may find you not necessarily a player, but you're hard to keep. And you may attract people who think that after they have, you know what, with you, you're going to stay around, you're going to get emotionally attached to them, and, you know, but I'm getting no. I'm getting like, once it's done, like that's it. Like you don't feel, it's very quick as well. Not to shade any men here, like saying that like you climax quickly, but it's not coming from a place of like, oh, I want it to last long, but it didn't. It's coming from a place of, I just wanted my needs met and they were met, so we're done here. You know, I'm not getting lovey romantic relationship here. I'm just getting very detached. We did what we did, move on. Like it's very intellectual. We have intelligence, so it's kind of like you want to have a great time, you know how to have a great time, you may research ahead of time, you do it, you know the right words to say, how to lure people in, you leave people wanting more. Like you leave people wanting more. You make people feel like, was I not good enough? Why couldn't they stay around? How they not attached to me? And it subconsciously makes people want to please you even more. Like, I don't know if it's a manipulative mind game you're playing on purpose or not, but you make people want to try harder for you. You make people want to really enjoy you and pleasure you, because especially if you're a woman and you do this and you are dealing with men or even other women, it's like you make people feel like, was there something wrong? or do you want more, or why won't you stay? And especially if you're a woman, because people assume that as a woman that you're meant to be attached after that act, but you guys are not. It's like, I got my needs met, I did what we did, bye. You know, and it's like, not even in a rude way, but it's like you both would have mutually agreed prior, and then you actually uphold your promise and you move forward, and they're shocked because they would have thought that maybe having you know what would change your mind, and it didn't. I'm getting even in cases where you have been in relationships and you have you know what with each other, and then they do something disappointing, or you find out something about them and it's unforgivable and you break up with them. They think that because you've had all this intimacy together that you're attached, and you're not. Like, you seem like, I've got my needs met, bye. You think you're the only person on earth for me? Like, you guys are very like logical about everything. You do put in the work when you need to. You're not a selfish person. But if you're not enjoying it, then you don't even bother with that person again. It's like, and if you feel like this is not resonating with you, please choose another path, because I'm getting part 5's energy was very different from the rest. So it's going to be very specific. And just because some of my readings resonate, doesn't mean every single reading will. Okay? It's just one of those days. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, you're very grounded. You're very solid. You could also come off, especially with this Queen of Swords, you could also come off very hard to please. Like, very hard to please. Like, it's really hard to get you to like quiver, to climax, to even fake moan. Like, it could be very hard to, yeah. And it makes people see you as a challenge. It makes them want to work hard. But yeah, I feel like even if they do work hard to impress you and please you, even if the intimacy is so good, you're still like, okay, thank you for the experience, but there's still a detached element. And even if you don't want to come off this way, this is how people are seeing you, okay? And they low-key are intimidated by you and turned on by you, because they're like, I want to pleasure part 5. But maybe you guys may just be stoic in nature. You may have a resting bee face and you just kind of stick to what was agreed upon, and people just need to accept that, okay? But regardless, that's all I'm getting. I hope that resonates. Take care. Bye.